Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's the boy Trill here in the ASS family channel. I'm here with the one and only, the legend.
Mom.
We got, Casual Geographic. Shout out Ninye. I ain't gonna lie. He got so many followers on TikTok. His Joan is crazy.
What's his name?
Ninye. Well, that's his Joan. That's his TikTok name. Well, his YouTube Joan, that's what I'm saying. His YouTube Joan is Casual Geographic.
Yeah,
but his name on TikTok is like Ninye or Minye or something like that. That's like actual name.
He's
but
cool.
like,
He got a lot of good videos.
I ain't gonna lie, I love his TikTok videos. They're mad interesting, yo. He really deserve his success, bro, because he really do make good content. It's really informative. I ain't gonna lie. If you want to be in biology and study animals and all that type jazz,
I've seen a couple of good videos.
yo, y'all know who the lock in with. But we got this island, too strange to belong on Earth. Now, y'all know me, man. I really love geography. I love, like, history. I love, like, you know, all that type jazz, astronomy. You know, we be watching the space videos. So I'm like, of course, we gotta check out Attaboy talking about the Jones going on Earth. So with that being said, y'all can't even we gonna lock in. Of course, if y'all want to watch the original video, that will be down in the description below to give your own opinions and conjecture. And without further ado, let's lock in, man. I feel it.
And Narnia and the Twilight Zone had a one-night stand with enough hallucinogens to make the cast of Euphoria flinch. You'd get this island. What happens when you combine snow-seasoned beaches, sky-molesting reaches, air so clean you'd swear it bleaches, a hippie Satanist's wet dream jungle, and animals not even Dr. Seuss on Adderall could come up with? You'd get a place with enough worlds for a Mario side-scroller, all packed into an island the size of West Virginia. Tasmania is like the lesser-known DLC spin-off of Australia. It was originally connected to Australia as part of a polyamorous land situation known as Gondwana.
Now, I ain't even gonna lie, I didn't even know Tasmania was real. I'm not even going, because you know the Tasmanian devil from the Looney Tunes. I'm like, yo, Tasmania a real spot? Because if it is, it makes sense. And of course it's by Australia. And I definitely don't even believe Australia is real, because some of the animals you can see in the outback, nah, those are monsters. Those are no animals, bro. Those are aliens, bro. Nah, y'all look up a king coconut crab and tell me if you get horrified. You will. I'm probably gonna give you major anxiety. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, it makes sense. And
Tasmania moved out on its own, but not without attachment issues, since it's only about 150 miles off the mainland. It's fitting you can't spell Taz without mania, because one day in Australia's draft folder will have you seriously reevaluating your sanity. Everything's just backwards. The seasons are flipped, with summer being December to late February, and winter being June to September. And if you want to fall without tripping, you'll have to March 1st. And because of the rain shadow effect and the many mountains of Tasmania, the west half of the island gets 5 times the rain the east does, making the landscape more bipolar than the animal it's known for. Speak of the devil, we'll get to them, and that wombat is definitely not sleeping. But that's exactly the kind of mind to expect from a land where the toilets flush backwards. In fact, we can start right there. Your introduction to how weird Tasmania can get starts the day you lay cheek on a seat without checking first.
Oh!
That's the easy way to get your taint tickled.
Oh.
Why you jump?
Yo, cause yo, when see, this is what I'm telling y'all, Australian joint is not real. Because when I'm using the toilet, bro, I don't expect a frog to just randomly come out this joint. Like, what the heck? That joint scared the crap out of me. I was like, what the heck is that? Like, yo, we got aliens coming out the toilet. Yo.
By a frog in your toilet. It happens so often that it's one of the things Australians just accept as a fact of life. It's like a fairy tale frog trying to be a prince, but got confused and went for the wrong.
Do you understand how ridiculous this is?
Worse. Just think about being the frog. Imagine thinking you're at a water park, but then looking up to an apple dropping bombs like Hiroshima. And while getting your baby
I can't. Like, frogs are not creepy, but there's so many of them, and it's
dangerous and definitely not the worst thing you can find in your bag.
How do you catch them?
Imagine dropping trow in the dunny just to see the highly venomous Tasmanian tiger snake just under some TP. And yes, that's actually happened. How about a family of also venomous jack jumper ants in your kitchen? Now, their sting isn't jihad wasp.
I hate this joke.
In humans, unless you're allergic, in which case they'll tattoo your name on a headstone. It's like I always say, the odds might be low, but they're not zero. In Tasmania, you can have frogs causing clogs, but how about a disaster in your plaster? Do me a favor real quick, close your eyes. Go ahead, do it. Imagine after a long, stressful day on your feet, you finally get into bed, nestle yourself under the covers, the room is the perfect temperature, it's nice and dark.
There's something come through your wall.
Into that familiar, inviting world of...
Yo! What the heck was that?
You've just had the experience every Australian has at one point. The day you find out your roommate's with a brush-tailed possum, the devil's squishmallow. Their personality trait involves breaking into house.
I need y'all to really, I need y'all to really lock in with me right now. Australia is not a real place. Like, there's no, Mom, Australia remind me of the movies, the Journey to the Center of the Earth. Brother, like, yo, this joint is not real because if I open up my cabinet and I see this demon in my joint.
But you hear it at night. That hurt. You heard
Yo,
the
mom,
sound.
that is, yo, this is not a creature that can be labeled as an animal, a mammal, a nothing. This is a double hockey stick spawn. This is no yo.
Like gremlins.
That screech yo. Nah, I'm done. I just want to get through this show.
Houses and living there rent-free, all while serving the soundtrack of Satan getting his prostate punched. And they're a protected species. So
That
they're
sounded
above the
so
law,
accurate.
Which is how they end up in Looney Tunes levels of nonsense. There was one time a brushtail broke into and trashed some woman's office, but in his defense, he's sorry. This possum broke into a bakery, and I guarantee you sorry is the last thing, well,
Yo.
other than half-digested pastries, coming out of his mouth. In their defense, they are cute, and their vision might be poor, but they'll still peek at you. They're living proof that out of fight or spite, life
Bro,
in
who is-
Tasmania
Nah.
will find a way. Take these rocks
Nah.
for example. The
I'm
rocks, called dolerite, were formed by magma getting pushed up through the crust, kind of like a pimple that can
This is
extend
cool.
up to
This is
300
cool.
meters above the sea,
I
or
like-
just under 1,000 feet.
I like
You
the
might
geography.
think
This
nothing
is
can get
nice.
any use out of Earth's acne, but it's actually a popular rest stop for fur seals, where they can take a break from hunting without also getting packed into a lunchbox by a great white. There's about
Oh, wow.
Yo, nah.
How they get all the way up
Have y'all
there,
ever
though?
seen a video when the orcas, you know, the killer whales, the big Jones that be black and white? Yo, they be eating seals. Like they be playing volleyball with seals. Nah, I'm dead serious.
I
Like
see it.
they really like straight serve type joint.
Oh my
serve
God.
and no return. Like
Oh my God.
no return. They going straight back into the water, bruh. Nah, I feel bad for seals, bruh. So good thing they got a little safe spot. That's tough.
They got to
These
climb up
seal
there.
service areas
Look at they
across
got to
the
climb
island,
up
with
that.
over 2,000
That's what I'm saying.
seals
How
Just to
they
be
doing that?
safe.
And if you look further out, you'll see they're not the only ones. Humpback whales will travel from their freezing feeding grounds to warmer waters to have calves, and back again. And we used to think they just fasted the entire time for 6 months. But it turns out, humpbacks will use the waters off Tasmania like truckers at a diner as a place to refuel on the way home.
Wow.
The sights don't end once you get on the beach either. If you're lucky, you might catch a leatherback freight train of a turtle heading back to sea. If you're a little less lucky, you'll run into a leopard seal that thought it was too good for directions. You know, it's not until you see these things on land that you realize just how bad
What
penguins got it.
is
It's
that?
rare, but every once in
Yeah,
a
that's
while
not.
the rubber
Nah,
assault.
that's not the. Nah, that ain't the seals I know. I don't
What
know.
was
I
that?
don't-
That was like
Yo.
a dinosaur.
Yo, yeah.
Makes.
I just want y'all to know, like, first of all, I never really planned on traveling. The only spot I want to travel to is Japan. I've been telling y'all this, but I will never be stepping foot in Australia ever.
They
like,
got too
I would
many.
never be happening. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like you said, no, keep going. You saw it. They got
No,
too many what?
Too many.
Yeah, too many demons. Nah, these
Too
aren't
many
animals.
animals.
These ain't no animals. Nah, I'm not calling these animals. Nah, these are taking your life the minute that you mess around and do anything.
Taking
Bruh.
their life.
I don't even want no
Also,
business.
wanders from Antarctica and ends up in Australia's
What the
understudy.
heck is this?
You might think they're
Yo.
cute, but let me remind you, they have a confirmed human body count. Besides, there's another seal I think you'd rock with even more. This is Neil the seal, for real. He's a southern elephant seal that's honestly been bullying the small town of Dunalley, and everyone just accepts it, because Neil is the law and the landlord. Elephant seals are notorious for their
What?
intrinsic disdain for
Put
human
them back in the
infrastructure.
water or something.
Neil is no different. As far as he's concerned, it's his town.
My
He
wife-
look like a car on the street.
Yo, man, that's what yo, imagine you driving down the street. Yo, have I showed you the video with the rhino? Yo, this driving me freaking crying, right? Yo, yap session, I know, but this was the funniest joint. I'm not gonna lie, I might have to show y'all the video. Yo, it's the husband and the wife in the car, and he's recording. Rhino coming towards the Jones. He's like, Neil, he's saying his name. And I'm sitting there like, yo, what is Neil supposed to do? A rhino is running at the car. You're gonna die. Like, you're cooked. I don't know what you're gonna do.
You just sitting there filming, huh?
Hey, that's
That's what a
everything.
lot of people do.
You filming, you gonna die, bro.
That's what
Yo,
a lot of people do. Just film.
I would have took my phone out and chucked that boy 40 yards and stepped on the gas so hard that boy would have went through the floor. I promise you would have been gone. Boy, I'd have been through space-time. But seriously though, what do you do when you driving down the road and this 2-ton behind seal, this seal that's literally the size of a Hummer, pull up? What you doing? I don't know. I'm praying that
They better hope they don't go to those houses over there or something. Go
Like-
look for some food.
Nah, they really did. You ain't see the one clip when it was on somebody's lawn?
Mhm.
Bro, you wake up the seal in your lawn.
Yo, somebody got to try to put them back in the water or something.
Yo, I
Back
don't
on the
understand.
beach.
Like, bro, This really must be what Looney Tunes is based off of. It gotta be, bro, because I'm telling y'all, bro, these aren't real places.
Y'all just renting it. All that adds up to a plus-size pinniped with an attitude problem. An attitude everyone just puts up with because isn't that just the most Australian thing you could do?
Yes!
And apparently Neil's still out here being a menace, so if you live in Tasmania, you might just get a visit from him. Just make sure you have a sick day in the chamber in case a 1,300-pound sausage decides to park in front of your car. And because Tasmania, you can go from a diet Jabba the Hutt on your lawn to the world's smallest penguin. Fairy penguins spend most of their time at sea, but once a year they'll return to land to shack up, get a nice burrow, and eventually start a family. The penguin dream. It's adorable until they choose to shack up under your house and you find out what a pint-sized
Happy
penguin
Feet.
vow renewal sounds like.
Yo, they got yo. So you got.
I owe you an apology.
So you got. Wait. Yeah, thank God he brought it up because you got the possum that sounds like a literal spawn of Lucifer, and then you have this, which sound like his older brother. Like, yo, you gotta be kidding me with this, bro. Like,
but since Australia is nothing but a compromise with nature, they get the same diplomatic immunity as
oh my
Neil.
gosh, bro.
There's even places where you can watch hordes of travel-sized blue penguins coming home after a long day at sea. And if you're really lucky, you'll see what happens when he comes home to his wife getting her plumbing fixed by someone else. Pro tip though, they don't like bright lights, but they're chill around red.
Dang, like
I don't really know
dang,
why,
like,
but them's the rule.
Dang, like imagine you burrowing you burrowed into somebody's house. You know what I'm saying? Penguins come back. They done stole your girl. Took your whole John. After you done burrowed a tunnel in somebody's house. Feels bad. Feels bad.
Speaking of rules, you've probably heard of island gigantism, where animals become the supersized version of themselves if they've been marooned.
What?
I think that was fake.
Nah. Those are Komodo dragons, right? No, those are real.
They are?
Those are real animals.
Where animals become.
But
They
yo,
look like
these are the
something.
size of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Do you see how big these shows are? Yo, oh my god. Yo, Australia.
Yo, dinosaurs still exist. Dinosaurs are
Yo,
still here.
mom. Bro, I'm never going. Yo, is this Jurassic Park? Yo, they got everything.
It's real. It's
They
a real
got
Jurassic Park.
everything. Yo, mom, I need to know what you doing when you walk outside and this boy is in your front lawn. What are you doing?
What are they doing watching them fighting?
And at work, they squaring up with each other. So imagine what he doing to me. Like, yo, it's not safe in Australia anywhere. You can't even go outside, bro. That's tough.
A supersized version of themselves if they've
Bro.
been marooned long enough. Tasmania is
What
no
the heck is
exception.
that?
The
An
difference
emu,
is
an
it's
ostrich?
the biggest
Bro.
tree in the world. This is Eucalyptus regnans.
Wow.
It's one of the few trees with
Those are
pyrokinks,
enormous.
since they can only reproduce by releasing seeds from pods after they've caught on fire. But because of the rain shadow effect and one side of the island getting way more rain,
I've
than
never
the
heard of
other,
that.
it also means
See, you learn something new every day, and I'm not trying to be the pause merchant, but that generally interests me. Like, yo, this tree dead cannot make more trees, or like, I guess you reproduce a tree. I don't know whatever the term is,
Or drop seeds or whatever.
unless you light it on fire. Wait a minute. Now it's wait, hold on. This is gotta be more clear to me. You have to set the trees on fire in Australia, so yo, I'm done. Yo, I'm never going to Australia. Like, there's no point. Like, bro, Australia is like a whole nother planet. You remember the video about planets? Australia got to be its own John. It's probably what they say. The rain is 5 times harder on the other side of the jump, bro. That remind me of the one that rain glass sideways, bro. This ain't bro. This otherworldly. Nah, I'm cool off this.
way less fires.
I'm the coolest off
so
this.
they kind of just keep growing. Not only can they grow taller than the Statue of Liberty at over 300 feet, many of these trees are well over hundreds of years old since
that's
that was
cool.
the last big fire. Some of the oldest can be 500. That's half a millennium of waiting to
Wow.
spread their seeds.
100
Talk about
years
getting
old.
pushed to the edge. That's how
Shout
you
out
get
to
these
Illuminati.
prehistoric, almost alien-looking Jurassic playgrounds dominating the western
Bro.
half of Tasmania. These not only make it one of the biggest temperate
This
rainforests.
nice.
is a very beautiful job. I would love to go see this. I don't want to go to Australia, but this in real life
nice.
must look amazing. I'm gonna tell you what.
in the world, but Tasmania is one of the few places on Earth with a negative carbon footprint, and I believe it. Just looking at this, I could tell that O2 hit different. But also don't
Oh,
forget,
yeah, the air
same
over there
island
is
that's just
real.
over 150 miles from Australia is also a little over 1,500 miles from the frostbitten loins of the land, Antarctica.
Antarctica.
So technically, it should be no surprise it can also get a good amount of snow, even at the beaches. And maybe it's just me, y'all can let me know, but I had no idea kangaroos could be around the concept of snow. I did not think that was something they had to deal with. But yeah, the forests of
Yo, I'm really shocked this whole time he ain't bring up nothing about kangaroos because, yo, I don't know if y'all ever seen that one video. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up, because if I can't find it, then. But yo, this kangaroo, yo, mom, I need you to understand another thing. What do you do in a situation when the kangaroo pull up and he built like Mike Tyson in his prime?
No, wasn't that meme or something?
Yo, oh yeah, the bull that he was like this. I'm like, yo, I don't want no smoke with him, bro. You ever seen the video where the kangaroo square up and the dude slapped him and the kangaroo hit the kangaroo ate that slap full on. He said, nah, I don't.
He looked like he was working out. He bench pressed.
Yo,
like
that
400.
kangaroo was bench pressing 400 for reps. He was going till failure on that joint. He was not going no set amount. Nah, I don't want no smoke. Like, yo, the kangaroo pull up, he can have my house. He can take it. He can take my car, my keys. He can have it all. You can take my wallet. Like, bro, I don't want no smoke with kangaroos, bro.
Tasmania
None.
are definitely something out of a fever dream. Stevie Wonder could walk through it and see that. Mostly because you don't even need to see. The
Look at the
soundtrack of
scenery.
the Apple Isle is trippy enough. Like the kookaburra, the bird who carried the careers of sound engineers by being the stock voice of the jungle. And if you've ever watched Flipper or that one time SpongeBob tested the FCC, both of those were just a sped up, cracked out call of the kookaburra.
You learn
Also,
something
they're not
new
even
every
native to
day.
Tasmania, but were brought in to violate snakes.
Look at the snake.
So were lyrebirds, except they were brought in for their
Yo!
own good. And
These joints eat snakes. Can we send them to Snake Island? Because I still don't understand why that exists.
Because Snake Island, they bite them and they dead. They falling over.
Yo, why is head still going there? That joint is getting me mad. Like, they need, and yo, listen, if Peter watching, bro, my bad, but they really need to nuke that island. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, they need to drop, they need to drop one of them Yamins on that joint. Like, nah, that joint should not exist. I ain't gonna lie, every 3 meters, a pile of snakes, not a couple, a pile. Nah, I'm good. I'm straight.
lyrebirds are able to mimic anything around them, and not just other birds.
Nah, that's
There
how
was
you
a
get
lyrebird
trapped.
named Chook who lived in the Adelaide Zoo while a new exhibit was being built. So guess what he did?
What are you doing?
Is he copying the construction?
Yes.
Wait,
Yo! Mimicking the construction.
Yo, that drill
sounded like a drill.
sounded perfect. Yo, hold up.
That's them tapping. That's a drill.
What the? Yo, shout out Ninja, because these videos
Here
be
you
dumb
have a lyrebird
interesting.
imitating a child. While
Nah,
cosplaying as a chainsaw is cool, the gaslight potential is too outrageous to not be acknowledged.
Exactly.
There's other birds too. You probably know this as a Carnage Happy Hell Tweety and a literal Black Air Force. But Tasmanian magpies
Don't show that.
no, and I'm not going back.
He went right in the eye.
Yo, bro, I'm sorry, they gotta get rid of Australia. They got to, bro. And y'all better not pull with them freaking, what's them Jones called, the little lantern flies? Y'all better not pull what they did and bring them over here. I don't want to see none of these creatures in America. I don't want to see none of these. Yo, bro, I'm trying to tell. Did you see how the lantern Jones was reproducing? Trees covered. I don't want to see these bad boys anywhere near this country.
I'm scared of birds too.
What? I'll never forget. Quick story time. Atlantic City, Seagull stole my hot dog. I'll never forget that boy. He stole my Frank. I don't want no smoke with birds after that joint. This fool went straight for the eyes. Yo, like, bro.
don't
I'm
swoop,
cool.
and neither I nor science have any idea why. Also, I don't know what I thought a goth canary sounded like, but it certainly wasn't this. I'm as confused as you.
Yo.
If you look up into the trees, you might find the eye-catching Tasmanian rosella, or the tawny frogmouth, which is
Where
quite
is it?
literally the opposite.
Oh, wow. It's right here. Look.
Where?
It's really blended in good. You see, this is the eye right. This is the eye slit. You can tell.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, I'm pointing at the screen, but I'm using a cursor for y'all. But yeah, this is the beak, this the eye slit, and then you can tell this the what's it called right here. But this blended in. Whew, this boy perfect camouflage. I'm not gonna lie.
Truly a muppet of a bird, but it's the muppet Tasmania deserves.
Yeah,
And
why-
then you
why
have the
bro
nightjar.
eyeing me like that?
A little
Like,
known
what he
fact
wanna
about
do?
them is they actually have an even smaller Siamese twin of a bird right by where their beak's supposed to be. And now you'll never be able to unsee it. But that's not even close to the weirdest animal in Tasmania. That would have to be, We've entered the platypus portion of the video.
Perry!
To describe all the ways this identity crisis is a middle finger to the natural order, so here are some highlights.
If not-
They have no nipples, so they sweat milk. They have no teeth, so they chew with rocks. They have no stomach, it goes straight down their gullet. They swim blind and deaf and use a
Why do they even exist? They have no nothing.
Yo, he said,
And that's a double negative. They have no nothing.
he said so many things that I'm not sure which one to process. Did he say they sweat milk?
Yeah, because they have no nipples, so they sweat milk.
They
have no eyes.
They're blind and deaf.
They have no stomach.
No stomach. How is this thing alive?
They had no nothing. That's why I said a double negative.
I'm sorry. I gotta go back.
It has no nothing.
I gotta hear all that again. I'm sorry.
chew with rocks.
They chew with rocks.
Here's some highlights.
Great.
They have no nipples, so they sweat milk. They have no teeth, so they chew with rocks. They have no stomach, it goes straight down their gullet. They swim blind and deaf and use electrical impulses like sharks to find prey, because of course they do. And they have one all-purpose hole that was apparently so fascinating their entire family reunion got.
Wait a minute. So I don't want to really get into details, but what I'm assuming by that, John, is that let's just put it like this: it's doing its business, both businesses, out of one area. We're gonna put it like that. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I am not well versed in biology. Now, granted, back in 10th grade, I was top in the class. I was feeling myself in 10th grade. Boy, I had a 99 whole year. Talk to my teacher. But like, yo, this is a biological mishap.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. It has no nothing. Double negative again.
I
No
don't-
nothing. It shouldn't even like exist.
This don't even have nothing. How did this even come into existence? How, like, you know how you're supposed to evolve and adapt? That's what they say humans gotta do. Like, and most animals evolve and adapt to a certain climate. This was progressively losing everything. Like, I don't even understand. What the heck? Oh my god.
The only animal in their league of eccentricity, yeah, weird was just too bland a word for them, is the echidna. It's also a stomachless, egg-laying, milk-sweating, water-loving monotreme. They're a lot like the Greek guard dog Cerberus,
Looks like
but
a
instead of 3
porcupine.
heads, they have 4. Instead of on their shoulder,
How do
theirs
these
is
things
south
exist?
of the border. Echidnas have a fire hydrant with 4 nozzles, and only 2 can come to a conclusion at a time. Speaking of erupting heads, I'm really about to blow your mind. So you probably know the Disney show Phineas and Ferb with character Perry the Platypus, created by Dan Povenmire, who came up with a concept for a teal-tinted monotreme in 1993. And obviously platypus aren't green in nature, or at least not the live ones. Except in late 2020, scientists discovered the walking custard factory glows under UV light. Take a wild guess what color. Yeah, this goes
Green.
Yo, and their UV lights? Bro, you gotta be kidding me with this thing, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Like, what can this thing not do, but what can it also not have? like, I don't understand. Bro, this is why I be saying aliens and John gotta be real, because if this exists on Earth and this is somehow normal, which is nothing about this is normal, then aliens have to be real. Because what is this? What the heck is this? Like,
right at the top. Their quadrupedal cousins glow too. In fact, we found out that a lot, if not most, Australian mammals show out under ultraviolet. And yeah, if anyone has a reason other than that's just Australia, I would love to hear it. And if you thought it couldn't get weirder, 1, you're not giving Tasmania nearly enough credit.
It's
2,
not even
there's
explainable.
an animal here that catches bodies and uses light to do it. This underground light show is a
Oh, yeah,
cave
I remember
full
seeing
of
that.
glowworms. They're not worms, but the larvae of a type of gnat that uses bioluminescence to lure insects in,
Oh,
and
no.
a thread hanging
Oh,
from the
no.
cave ceiling to
No,
trap
no,
them.
no.
Straight out of the page of the anglerfish
No, I don't like
playbook.
that.
Once a victim flies too close to the
No, I
sun,
don't
the
like
larva
that.
pulls them up to revoke their existence. Sea sparkles are a lot less dramatic.
Nah, I don't
and
like
these are
that.
caused by bioluminescent plankton that, like Skechers, light up when disturbed.
I'm not getting
I actually
that.
went to a bioluminescent bay in the Cayman
Yo,
Islands.
Sunhead's
Even though
really
we were swimming
adventurous.
in a
I'd be learning
microscopic
that.
mosh pit, it's definitely a trippy ride everyone should experience at least once. But it has
Nah,
nothing
I'm cool.
on Aurora
I'm good.
Australis. Now, I could give you the scientific explanation
wanna see
that
this
the
stuff.
lights come from charged particles from the sun hitting atoms in the atmosphere, getting them more riled up than a fan getting an
Oof.
athlete's sweat sleeve,
It's
and
gorgeous.
releasing energy in the form of light. But it's honestly easier to say, of course an island stormed off its gourd would have a sky on shrooms. Which is actually close to the other thing Tasmania is famous for. Tasmania is the world's leading producer of the building blocks for opiates and supplies half of Earth's ingredients for morphine, fentanyl, and everything else in the average episode of Euphoria.
Wow. You got dangerous animals and you produce all the drugs.
yeah, you took the word like, I mean direct. I couldn't have said that any better myself. Yo, this, I know I've said it like literally probably 18 times this video, but Australia cannot be real. Like this, bruh. Like, I feel like everything bad is coming out of Australia. Everything bad. Everything, bro. Like, that's really tough.
In 2009, mysterious crop circles appearing in fields had
And they got aliens!
befuddled, until they realized it was just wallabies downing poppy plants, getting more cooked than the ops of Sweeney Todd, and hopping around in circles until eventually passing out. There were respected members of the scientific community that said it was aliens. Whole time it was an economy-sized kangaroo eating enough product to have Horton hearing a who, what, and a how. Cockatoos get lit off
What
it too,
and
but
a
at least with them, they're only feeding after the seeds and not just getting higher than their wings can take them. But wallabies walling out is a problem for one very crucial reason. Tasmania is also the roadkill capital of the world. It's said that 32 auto-assisted census subtractions occur every hour. And since wombats are walking cinder blocks with a rear end of retribution, they have the potential to drive a literal wedge between your car and the road. Leading the world in furry four-wheeled flatlines is bad for them, but great for one animal. This wombat's in a nightmare, but he's not dreaming, because Tasmanian devils will live up to their name by feeding on carcasses from the inside out, to the point where they'll have a food coma while bowels deep in the dead and decaying. And at the size of a small dog, devils have the most damaging bite relative to body size of any mammal. Clearly, Brushtails took voice coaching from them, since they literally got their name from settlers touching down on Tasmania.
I swear, I don't know. Is that true? Then I gotta rewatch his video on honey badgers, because if there's one animal on this earth that I literally just don't ever want to see, it's a honey badger. Cause I need to really explain this to you. And honey badger, you would think it's this little like rodent looking thing. Nah, honey badgers be fighting lions. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. They be fighting tigers and John. I'm cool. Like, I'm straight. Like, I'm good. Like a honey badger is really gonna take it there with you. Like a honey badger will fight a tank. Like, I'm dead serious. Nah, I'm not even playing. I'm not joking at all. I'm not even smiling. Cause they will really fight a tank and probably win. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Nah, a honey badger will really like take it there with you. Like straight smoke. Like,
wow.
like they want straight business. Like,
hearing what a devil dinner party sounds like. But they're pretty well known, unlike their close cousin, the quoll. I don't know how they fly under the radar, because where devils are mostly scavengers, quolls mostly eat what they kill. And considering there have been over 100 cases of quolls feeding on human remains, 111 to be exact, that devil title looking real fraudulent. Quolls also have an alternate black morph, proving that any animal with an Oreo colorway lives on demon timing.
Can we talk about how I haven't heard not one reason yet on why I need to be going to Australia?
It's a big reason for the spread of devil facial tumor disease. And considering biting's basically foreplay to them, it's like an STD that's done an absolute number on their population. And there's a real fear it can cause them to go the way of the thylacine. The thylacine's been called the Tasmanian tiger or the Tasmanian wolf, but it's actually the other dominant predatory marsupial and one of the few times an animal got gaslit into extinction. Bounties were put on their heads, and not only were people saying thylacines were murking 50,000 sheep a year in a place that didn't have more than 40k max, later evidence says that their jaws might have been too weak.
I need to let y'all know how ridiculous this is, right? I understand, like, yo, heads can you could poach and whatever, have exotic animals, whatever, going Jones. But yo, when I look at the bulletin board and this fool, his bounty is right next to Luffy's, nah, I don't want no smoke. I don't want none. Yo, when Luffy Jones say 30 million and this fool is right next to him at 20, 25, I don't want no smoke. They got bounties? Yo, come on, bro. This fool might be closer to Pirate King than Luffy. Yo, oh my gosh, bro.
To even murk a sheep. To be fair, if that's true,
Look
nature
at
set them up.
What the
And
heck
in
are these things?
1936, the last known thylacine named Benjamin died in the Hobart Zoo. Almost fittingly enough after being locked out of his sleeping area, and the bipolar Tasman weather finished him off. But from everything we've learned about Tasmania, you knew they weren't gonna let that slide. Since 2005, devil diehards have been creating insurance populations of those without the disease, and even established an inaugural class of imps on the nearby Maria Island. There have also been efforts to create a vaccine to save the mascot of Tassie, and as of 2023, it's officially been approved for testing. And after a 3,000-year devil absence, Tasmanian devils were born on the Australian mainland after 44 of them were drafted in 2011 to a breeding program for the Aussie Arc Devil Project, which definitely sounds like a cult. You even got dogs working as wingmen for the devils by smelling when a female's ready to mate, date, and procreate so they can get her set up with a male. Since then, about 500 joeys have joined the devil database, and they might not be the only ones making a
That's
comeback.
what I'm saying.
There's a good number of people that believe that the thylacine is still out there. And with a lot of the
boy,
Tasman
he better
wilderness
stay where
being
he at.
straight
Yeah,
up
where he
inaccessible to
can
most
stay
people,
exactly where
even
he
the
at.
tiger of Tasmania is still out there in the shadows. And honestly, staying low-key is probably their best move. That's really Tasmania as a whole.
because they're an
How
endangered
such a
species, so
medley of
realistically, yeah, it
mindfury
is.
and generational balderdash can be so underrated is beyond me. But if I've learned anything about Tasmanians, That's exactly how they want it. But that's gonna do it for this video that was actually inspired by this animation by Felix Colgrave.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna spoil too much,
Oh.
but it basically shows you what a day in the Tasman wilderness might look like. I'm gonna put a link in the description. Definitely go check that out. Friendly reminder that I
Okay.
am selling calendars. Link will also be down below. Drink
Oh, that's
water,
cool.
hug your
Ooh, that's
parents.
nice.
If you see
That's a
a
unique
fallacy
business
for their own
proposition.
good, no you didn't. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.
All right now.
Shout out Ninye.
Nice.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
welcome.
Again, please like I said, shout out Ninye. He made great content. Obviously, this video was very, very, very entertaining. Whole time we would talk about this John, and I've definitely learned that I don't need to be nowhere near Tasmania or Australia, right? But no, seriously though, shout out Ninye. Please go subscribe to him. Casual Geographic on YouTube. Obviously, like I said in the beginning, if y'all wanna watch the original video, that would be what? Down in the description below to give your own opinions and conjecture. But yeah, y'all, that was the island that's too strange to belong to Earth. And that is absolutely 100% correct. I ain't gonna lie, we need to send this boy to the Andromeda Galaxy. I don't even want it in this solar system galaxy. I don't even want it in anywhere near us, right? But y'all already know what it is. We at the end. So, Mom, before we head out, any
No, I like
closing
it.
regards?
We gotta watch more.
No, you gonna definitely see more.
We gotta
Ninye.
watch some more. That
For
was
sure.
woo.
Yo, it was a great video.
I'm not really
seriously.
an animal fan, and I definitely don't like birds. I'm scared of birds. So.
No, that one bird, I forgot what it's called, but that
I don't know. He came for the eye.
that H spawn, no, I don't want to.
You gotta walk around with goggles on and everything.
He went straight for violence. Like that's that's insanity.
And then that one that was mocking the drill.
Oh
the
yeah,
building.
that's cool. Now that's
See?
actually cool. But like that's how you get trapped because they would make a sound. You get jumped by a bunch of birds. Yeah, you cooked. Like I'm cool. I'm good. Like that joint was imitating babies. And heads is gonna fall for that too. Nah, I'm cool. Yeah, these animals getting a little too. Nah, humanity's cooked, but we're cooked for many reasons, bro. Not even just because of them. But yeah, that's the end of the joint. Mom, tell them what they gotta do.
Hit that thumbs up button, okay?
You already know.
Comment. Ooh, what was the one you liked?
Comment.
What was the one the strangest one that they liked? They got to the end of this video. What was your strangest one?
I don't know.
Ooh.
If I was
I
young,
don't
I'm
know.
commenting. I don't want to ever be in Australia. That sounded like facts. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, hit that subscribe button, and
No
while
cap.
you're hitting that subscribe button, make sure you turn on. Okay.
Post notification bell so that every time ASS family posts a new video, that would be fresh, hot, spicy, fiery, and
Always in your feed.
who you?
I'm Mom.
Attaboy Trill. I don't even gotta tell y'all again. Australia, no go. And we gonna see y'all later. Peace.